Hello everybody and welcome back to Connor here, back with a bang. And listen, we're here, I'm just going to give a little bit of a review, but this is going to be a transfer daily and bringing you all the latest Leeds United news on transfers on a day-to-day basis. That's what we're going to try to do on the channel. We're going to try to do it to the best of our abilities. All got busy, hectic schedules, jobs, university courses, etc., but we're going to try our best. But let's touch on last night anyway. Probably the best 45 minutes I've seen in my lifetime. Genuinely, I thought it was that good. Club debut for Robbie Gotts in the middle of the park. Massive task coming up against international vets in Granit Xhaka and especially Mesut Ozil and Meslier, who I thought was one of the standouts in the game. The goalkeeper whose distribution I don't think once again I've ever seen in a Leeds United kit. If Kiko Casilla does go out, or even if Kiko Casilla is still in, I'd be so interested to see how Meslier fits up against him. He looked brilliant. His handling was good. His distribution was unbelievable. Never missed a pass, and he looked so confident, cocky, height. He's got everything, and he looked absolutely brilliant last night. And I was really delighted to see him in that white shirt and, well, the black shirt, obviously the Leeds United goalkeeper kit. But listen, wonderful performance. Arsenal, I mean, how many players did they have out? Obviously, Maitland-Niles, who I still think if he was playing last night, he'd have been schooled a little bit in that first half. Aubameyang, obviously a big miss for the club, but and then Leno probably in net. But you look at that Leeds United side and Robbie Gotts, making his debut for Leeds United, never played for us before in the senior team. Same with Meslier. Then you've got obviously Barry Douglas, left back, who's coming back into fitness. You've got Alioski on the wing. Do you know what I mean? We had a lot of changes in that side, and to go there and to put a performance in that first half, and that first 50 minutes really, which you don't do at the Emirates. Arsenal are very good at the Emirates, even though they've had the slump. They rarely sort of get outplayed like that at the Emirates. That's their bread and butter. That's where they are good. And from watching Arsenal, which I do, I like Arsenal. I've watched bits of Arsenal here and there. And there's not been a team that's done that to Arsenal this year. I was watching Hugh Wizzy's video, an Arsenal fan, and he turned around and said there has not been a team who's come to Arsenal and done that to Arsenal this season, apart from the elect champions Liverpool. There's not been a team that's done that. So we've got to take so much pride out of that. Did I want to get knocked out? If I'm really honest with you guys, yeah, I did want to get knocked out because I want to focus on the league. Arsenal's not the biggest game for Leeds this week. Our biggest game is Sheffield Wednesday. It's a huge game. Bielsa hasn't beaten Gary Monk yet. Can he turn them over? They were great against us in that first game. It was sort of 60-40 in my opinion, Sheffield Wednesday's way. So Leeds going to be able to combat that. That's a massive game. We can't lose 3 points against Wednesday because they're not far behind us either. They'll be gaining advantages. That is a massive game, a massive game. And you don't want Leeds to go through these cup competitions and for Leeds to sort of lose players to injury. I mean, we saw it even last night. A lot of people were turning around and saying, well, that could have happened in any game, but this is an extra game. We don't need that extra game for players to get injured. Do you know what I mean? Ayling sort of hobbled off at the end. We don't know how that's gone. Hopefully he's going to be all right. But, the standout competitors last night in Robbie Gotts, I'd be happy with Gotts going right back, Dallas going right back. But, that's the depth sort of we've got in that position. But I was absolutely buzzing with that performance. Absolutely brilliant. And we, as I just said, sorry, we lost the game, but I wanted a valiant performance from Leeds, and we put it out there. We gave it to Arsenal. Arsenal's, in my opinion, near on full-strength team. And you said, Lacazette came out afterwards and said, what happened? We got an absolute screaming at half-time because they were just outplayed. They couldn't touch the ball. There's a brilliant picture of Mesut Ozil going like that because Calvin Phillips he donned him. What did he have? 9 touches in that first half. Didn't really massively notice him in the second, if I'm honest, as well. Obviously, he was conjuring a few chances, but not to the Mesut Ozil, which I saw against Manchester United. And that's what you've got to compare with, guys. Obviously, they didn't have Aubameyang. Obviously, didn't have Maitland-Niles. Obviously, didn't have Leno. But aside from that, it's to and fro at their best team. And there was a lot of respect shown by Arteta to put that team out. He was wary of Bielsa, and so he should have been. And I think they got very lucky in that first half. I don't think it was essentially Bamford. I don't think if we would have had a top-class striker, we'd have won that game. I think we had 4 or 5 really good chances, and 2 of them Bamford did really well. He was really unlucky, but Leeds just didn't have the finishing boots on last night. We move on anyway. And this transfer daily, guys, I'm just going to go over it a little bit, little pieces of information. We're going to try to do it on the channel. The first one I'm going to talk on is Luke Freeman at Sheffield United. Great player, signed from QPR last year. It's not really had that many chances for this Sheffield United team. Obviously, he played against, I think it was I think in their FA Cup game the other day got an assist. But he was the big one that everyone's been talking about. Now that has been ruled out apparently by Phil Hay today, who's come back and he's been talking about the rumours, and he said that is not happening unless Leeds decide to make that Forshaw replacement a big one. Do you know what I mean? And at this moment in time, I don't think we have that. I don't think we're still waiting on Forshaw's return. I think bringing someone like Freeman in is going to be that Forshaw replacement. So are Leeds ever going to do that? Probably not. And yeah, I mean, I'd love Luke Freeman. I think that'd arguably a more marquee signing than Che Adams. I really do. But also what Phil Hay has come out and said today is that Leeds are still pursuing Che Adams, which I thought that was just going to be quelled. I didn't think Leeds were going to be doing that anymore, but it turns out we still are. You know, a lot of people talking about Cauley Woodrow, a lot of people talking about, as I just said, Freeman. They're sort of the main two, really. And it's interesting that, you know, we are still going for Che Adams. Is this going to be something that drags out till the last day? I've got a sneaky feeling it might be, which is not what we all want. We all saw the Dan James situation, what happened there. So I'm praying this can be done early. Leeds can get it whacked down and you know, Southampton bring in another striker. But I think that's going to be the key bit. Southampton are going to have to bring in, let's say, a Mitrovic for them to allow Che Adams to go. How long is that going to take? Are Leeds still in communication with Southampton after Ralph Hasenhüttl has come out and said that he will not be leaving this window? I mean, yeah, it sounds like a very difficult deal to get done. But if Leeds are going to pursue with it, then we've got to get the deal over the line. We cannot have a scenario where Leeds are going into February with one striker fit. It's nowhere near good enough for the last sort of 6 months of this division and the last 20 games, if you will. We need a backup striker, a quality backup striker, or even someone to go in against Patrick Bamford. But yeah, guys, let me know what you can think in the comment section below. Do you agree with what I've said about the Arsenal game? If you are a new Arsenal fan, please subscribe to the channel. We've gained massively over these last couple of days. I think we've had about 500 subscribers in the past 3 days, which is madness. Please like, comment, and as I've said, subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.